everybody, and this is my 40-gallon Bloody Mary shrimp tank. This is one of my newest shrimp tanks, my newest Bloody Mary shrimp tank. And this is the tank that all the Bloody Marys I bred outside this summer come in to live. And these guys have settled in nicely, and they've made lots and lots of new Bloody Marys in the couple months they've been in here. We've got little tiny guys everywhere. Making more, making more. So, what we're going to do here is, since we've got so many shrimp in here, lots of new guys breeding out. Anytime you have a big baby explosion like this, you got to go through and sort out the bad ones. And then when I caught them all up outside and brought them in for the winter, a lot of them were lots and lots of little tiny shrimp, so some of them might have grown up to not be exactly what we're looking for. You can see these guys are pretty good. So like I was saying, most of them are pretty good, but I saw this oddball the other day, and that's when I decided I'd better get in here and do something. It's like these Bloody Marys, every like 1 in 1,000 or something, there'll be a blue one. Let's see what we got here. So what we're going to do to this tank is clear out this moss. We're going to pull all the moss out. We'll end up keeping some of it and putting it back in, but we're going to go through all the moss. Look at all these little shrimp. So you can tell, like Bloody Marys especially, I've noticed, like the older shrimp look really, really good, and the younger shrimp take a while. So with there being so many younger ones, it's going to be hard. But then, like, sometimes these guys will get some back lines on them. I try to pull those out, but it's not all the time. Like that one has a really prominent line we'll try to pull out. And any oddballs, there'll be some low quality males I've seen. Not too many, really. These guys are pretty solid. All right, so let's get this party started. So the first thing you will see here is the water level dropped a little bit. I put some water in the bucket, and that is so when I pull out the moss, just in case some stray shrimp end up on the moss, we can deal with those later. And you'll see I'm going to end up keeping about 20% of this moss and putting the rest of it into the moss pond to sell on the website. And there you have it. We got all the moss, and let's look at the shrimp. All right, let's take a closer look and see what we got here. Just look at him. Wow. Holy smokes. Now, I knew there was a lot of shrimp in here, but man. Let's see. Here's a lesser male. I've seen a couple lesser males. Yeah, this one almost looks so dark it almost looks purple. Look at them. Ooh. There's that blue guy. I think I might have seen one that was really, really little, too. So, I like whatever's forming this corner, but just look how good they are. Oh my gosh. I love me these Bloody Marys. That was kind of bordering on being purple or chocolate. And get really, really dark. There's a bad one I seen. That's probably the worst one in the whole tank. That one in the blue one I seen. So now what I'm going to do is put out some algae wafers. And as they all gather up, I'm going to go around and look for bad ones to pull out. I'll pull those out. All right, after initial calling, these are the ones I have so far. Really not too bad of ones. A lot of them are just like back stripes or males I see without red legs. So I think I've got most of them, but I'm going to sit here and go over them really, really good and make sure I do. Man, I sure do like these guys. I've had these guys for, oh man, 5 or 6 years now. I do love them. And there's still so many young shrimp. Like, there's really only a handful of buried ones I've seen because most of the young ones, but they're still breeding. There might be a handful of lesser ones that I missed, but they're really pretty good. And then, like when I tear this tank apart, usually in most tanks they all come run for the algae wafers, and they have to a certain extent here. But like there's still so many of them on the sponge. I mean, back there on the brick. Look at, just amazing. It's like I had someone ask me a while back, what would they recommend, Reds or Bloody Marys? And I said, that depends what you like, really. Because what I find is with Bloody Marys, it's easier to have high quality shrimp. It's easier to get higher grade shrimp than it is with Reds, in my experience. But with Bloody Marys, you do get some weird ones. You get more oddball ones. In my experience, Reds have only made Reds. But the quality's a pain in the butt to keep super high. These guys, you get some things that ain't red, and you get some weird ones every once in a while. But the majority of them are, the quality is not as difficult to keep up as with your normal Reds. I know some people, because all the dumb charts floating around out there will say Bloody Marys are just better Reds, the best Reds, but they're not. They're completely different. These are Reds from like chocolates and blacks. And then like the Reds, like the fire Reds and stuff, those are Reds that are with blue jellies and blue dreams and red reallys and all that. These guys are down the black path. They're red before you get to black, I guess you could say. All right, so I want to pick over some more off camera, and then I want to try. Then we'll come back and I'll close out the video and we'll put the tank back together, and we'll close the video out. All right, now let's get some moss back in here. Said we're going to put back roughly like 20% or so. The good thing about this tank is the moss was absolutely perfect. Watch out, shrimps. There's too many shrimps to put the moss down. Watch out, shrimps. See, this is probably about 4 or 5 handfuls put here. Watch out, shrimps. I'm gonna smash it down in here because there's shrimp everywhere. So let that just kind of chill and live like that. And all this loose moss, I'm gonna try to wrangle like this very gently so we don't hurt any of our little tiny shrimpies. Come on. Here we go. Alright. Here's some loose bits over here. Oh, don't get scared, shrimpies. Look at that piece of moss. Ooh. Alright. Now, got a little bit loose over here in the corner here. Alright, it's not perfect, and they ain't called totally perfect, but now we got more open space. And I'll be keeping a close eye on all these little baby shrimp, looking for ones that don't exactly meet our criteria to continue on in the line. So now the tank looks like this. It'll look better when the moss settles in and gets grown in its shape. We still have the whole tank is still covered in them. Look back there on the brick. That's crazy. Something back there they like. Okay, so now we got all those ones we pulled out. Show you what I'm doing with those. So when I redid my Bloody Marys, I started putting my Bloody Mary culls in the old Bloody Mary tank. So now I offer on the website mixed grade Bloody Marys along with the regular Bloody Marys, like a Bloody Mary Skittles pack, Bloody Mary culls, and there's still some really good ones in here still. And we also have the longfin green dragon plecos. So let's put these guys in here. There you go. Oh, there's still a few in there. There, I think we got them. Still one. Come on, dude. Alright. I did duckweed patrol yesterday. I guess I didn't get this tank. But if you look, you'll see some, like, there's a really one. That's how I started my Bloody Mary reallys years and years ago. Is they randomly popped out a really Bloody Mary. And now I have a whole tank full of something most people never even heard of before. Bloody Mary reallys. Alright, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.